The sun hung low in the sky, casting a warm golden glow over the small roadside diner nestled along the highway. Inside, the rhythmic clinking of utensils and low hum of chatter filled the air, offering a sense of quiet normalcy until the roar of motorcycles shattered the peace. A group of leather-clad bikers rumbled into the parking lot, their engines growling like a pack of wolves closing in on prey. They swaggered through the front door, their boots echoing on the tiled floor as curious eyes turned their way. At first, they seemed like any other group of travelers stopping for a meal, but their demeanor quickly shifted. Their laughter grew harsh, pointed, and cruel. Their target? A disabled female veteran sitting alone in her wheelchair by the corner window. She was a quiet presence, wearing a faded military jacket and a cap embroidered with the name of her unit. Her eyes, though sharp with dignity, betrayed the weight of battles fought both overseas and at home. She had come in for a simple, peaceful meal, but now she found herself the center of unwanted attention. The bikers began with snide remarks, their voices dripping with mockery. "Nice wheels," one of them sneered, smirking as he gestured toward her chair. Another chimed in, questioning her service, asking if she'd really earned her stripes or just wore the uniform for attention. The room grew tense. Other diners shifted uncomfortably in their seats, avoiding eye contact, too afraid to intervene. The veteran sat still, her jaw tight and her hands gripping the armrests of her wheelchair. She wasn't one to back down, but she knew this wasn't a fight she could win alone. Calmly, she reached into her bag, pulled out her phone, and made a quick call. Her voice was steady, betraying none of the anger or hurt she felt. "I need backup," she said simply, before hanging up and placing the phone back on the table. The bikers laughed, mocking her even more openly now. "Who's coming to save you?" one jeered, leaning in closer. But the veteran didn't flinch. She simply sat there, her eyes fixed on the horizon outside the diner's window. 30 minutes later, the faint rumble of engines broke through the tension. But this time, it wasn't the bikers' motorcycles. It was something far more powerful. A convoy of Marine veterans on their own bikes roared into the parking lot, their arrival as precise and coordinated as a military operation. The lead rider dismounted, a towering figure in a leather jacket adorned with patches commemorating his service. His gaze was steely, his presence commanding. One by one, the Marines filed into the diner, their boots thudding against the floor in unison. The atmosphere shifted instantly. The bikers, once so bold, now shrank under the weight of the Marines' collective stare. The leader of the Marines approached the veterans' table, ignoring the bikers entirely. He placed a hand on her shoulder, his voice calm but firm. "We heard you needed some reinforcements," he said with a faint smile. Then, turning to face the bikers, his expression hardened. "This woman is one of us. She's family. You mess with her, you mess with all of us." His words hung in the air, heavy with unspoken consequences. The bikers, now visibly nervous, mumbled half-hearted apologies before retreating to their table, suddenly uninterested in continuing their meal. Moments later, they slunk out of the diner entirely, their bravado deflated. The Marines stayed, pulling up chairs and joining the veteran at her table. Laughter soon replaced the earlier tension as they shared stories of their service, their camaraderie, evident in every word and gesture. The other diners, who had watched the scene unfold in stunned silence, began to applaud. It wasn't just for the Marines or the veteran, it was for the unshakable bond they represented, a testament to the enduring power of loyalty, respect, and courage. As the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long shadows across the parking lot, the veteran wheeled herself outside, flanked by her brothers and sisters in arms. For the first time that day, she smiled a genuine, unguarded smile that spoke of pride, gratitude, and hope. The Marines escorted her to her car, ensuring she left safely, their presence a wall of protection and solidarity. This story is more than just an account of standing up to bullies. It's a reminder of the strength found in unity, the importance of standing by those who have sacrificed so much, and the power of a simple act of courage to inspire others. In a world that often feels divided, moments like these remind us of the values that truly matter: loyalty, compassion, and the willingness to protect those who cannot stand alone. If this story moved you, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share to honor the bravery of our veterans and the power of standing together. Let's spread the message of respect, unity, and compassion far and wide.